Hello Noob Nation, it is me Noob Game back here again, and in this video I'm going to be explaining to you guys what happened on May 9th, the first day of Fortnite Season 9. So, if you were watching my stream for first day of Season 9, you may have noticed that this happened.
I just got the juice bowl. Okay. It's good that my dog may die.
So, what happened on May 9th was that my dog, my little Chihuahua mixed pit bull with a bit of wiener dog, I think, sadly passed away while I was streaming. So some of you guys might be wondering, how did he die or what happened that caused him to die? Well, prior to his death, he had been sick for a few weeks, a few days, and when he died, it'd probably been like longer than 3 weeks or so that he had been sick. And the thing is, what had happened with him is that his stomach regions were failing, and his intestines were rotting away, and they had been compressed into a little ball of just rotten intestines, and he couldn't eat anymore. He couldn't drink anymore. He couldn't do anything. He couldn't move. I still remember his last day. Last day I saw him on May 9th. Still remember him. I remember coming back from school. He hadn't moved from where he was. He was just on the couch, just with his head laying down. He wouldn't move. So my mother decided to take him to the vet, and that's when we found out the news that it went. Well, she took him to the vet. I stayed, and I started streaming because I thought, because at the time I thought that I knew that he was gonna come back safe and sound, because he had gotten sick before, but he got better, and so I was thinking that he would come back safe and better. But then in the middle of streaming, I found out that he was sick, and there was a possibility, there was like not a chance he could save him. And so I at the time I didn't really understand what's going on, so I thought he was just sick. Oh, they were gonna try to save him. But later on, I noticed. Well, I realized, like, after the stream, I realized that he was gone, and I couldn't accept it. And so my dog basically got sick. His stomach regions were failing him. His intestines were basically like a ball of rotten intestines. He was sick. He couldn't move. He couldn't eat. He couldn't do anything. There was nothing the vets could do to save him. So they had to put him down, and we only had him for 3 years. We only had my dog for 3 years. So he was about 3 years, and he died on the night of May 9th, and I still miss him. I really miss him. But that's basically what happened to him. So in short, he got sick to the point where he couldn't eat. His stomach regions were failing him. They were compressed into a ball of rotten. His intestines were all rotten and compressed into a little ball. He couldn't eat, he couldn't move, and there was nothing he could do to save him, so he had to be put down. That's basically how he died. I still remember the last time I saw him. He was in my mother's arms, a blanket, and I wanted to give him a kiss goodbye, but I wasn't able to. And then he left. And I then started streaming. That was the last I ever saw him. I still remember a few days before that, he wanted to go outside. He went outside, and he sat in the grass, in the sun, just looking out into the distance. And that was the last time he was able to relax in the sun. Because after that, he never went outside. Because he didn't have the energy. He wasn't able to move. And then a few days later, he didn't even lift his head. He just laid on the couch. He was taken to the vet and never came back. My dog, he was a pit bull mixed chihuahua, and I think a bit of wiener dog as well. And he was very small. He was playful, happy, very joyful, and very loving. He was someone you could always trust, who would never let you down. You could play with him, he would always be playful. You could get a toy and you could start playing with him. You could take naps with him. If you were to take a nap, he'd sometimes come and join you. And he would like to watch you when you would eat. If you would ever get anything that had food, and then just sit at the dinner table and then start eating, he would just come right over and sit down and just watch you. And he would do those puppy eyes. He loved to sleep, eat, and every time the door was open or anyone came in, he would always try to dash out the door. And if anyone that he was close to, basically anyone in my family who would ever walk out the door and then come back in, he would always be very happy that they were back. He was a very joyful dog. He was very loving. If you ever wanted to talk to anyone, you could just go and talk to him. He would pay attention, he would listen. He wouldn't even do anything that he would just sit on your lap and listen to you. He was very kind, very loving, and that's what I loved about him. So, sadly, such a great dog only lived for 3 years. He was the best dog anyone could ever have. He was a troublemaker, a lazy dog. But most of all, he was loving. He loved everyone and anyone. He loved to act strong whenever he would see a stranger and bark at them. But then as soon as they just started walking, as soon as they would do something, he would just get scared and then run back. He was a really great dog. But he's in a better place now. And I hope that wherever he is now, he's happy and he isn't suffering anymore. A few weeks after he passed away, our neighbors actually knew about a dog that was gonna be given away or given to a shelter because his owners, the dog's owners, didn't want him anymore, and so they asked if we wanted to take the dog in. We wanted to take him in, and we said yes. And boy, is he a he's like a roller coaster. He is wild. He never stops. He's a chihuahua. He has black hair with a bit of white, but he was neglected. His previous owners neglected him. They didn't give him attention, and now I just hope he's a bit happier here with my family. He never quiets down though. Either he's barking, running around, or whining a lot. Cause you could walk away from him for just a second, and he'll start making like he'll start sounding like he's dying, and he does not like to be alone. And even though he'll never replace my first dog, he has made it a bit. He has like he just brings a smile to her face every day, just like my first dog. And I'm really glad that we had the chance to get another dog and start all over again and see what comes next and with this new dog. Yeah, I'm gonna end it here. This video's getting a bit long, but that's basically what happened on May 9th while I was streaming. My dog had been sick and he was taken to the vet. He didn't come back and he had to be put down. But even if he's gone now, he will never be forgotten, for he was the best dog anyone could have. And even though we have another dog now, he will our new dog, my new dog will never replace my first dog, because every dog is unique, every dog's different. But one thing that every dog does is bring a smile to their owner's face, and that is something I am really I'm really glad to have. I'm really glad that I got to I'm really good that I got to spend time with my favorite dog, which was my first dog. I'm really glad that even though it was such a short time, I still got to spend time with him, and he always brought a smile to my face. And my new dog, still every morning I go downstairs, he brings a smile to my face as well. And I'm really glad that I had the chance to meet my first dog, and now my new dog.